Welcome back to 02 Million Crypto. My name is GC. We are live. Yes, we are live. Joining me before I have to take off. Just finishing up work. Today, let's talk about another coin that I hold in my portfolio. So, I already discussed how I own Bitcoin, Ethereum, and XRP. And I said in one of my previous videos how I was going to explain maybe the next three coins that I hold in my next video where I talk about this. And those coins that I mentioned were going to be Cardano, Dogecoin, and Matic. But I'm going to save Dogecoin and Matic for another video. And in this video, I just want to talk about Cardano. So Cardano is a layer 1 blockchain, and it is one of the biggest cryptocurrencies on the market currently. I believe it is, when you don't include stable coins, I believe Cardano is either 5th or 6th ranking in market cap. I believe it's just under Binance Coin or XRP. I believe it goes Bitcoin, Ethereum, Binance Coin, XRP, and then Cardano and Solana and Dogecoin are all kind of very close together when it comes to the ranking of market cap. But for this video, let's talk about Cardano and why I'm bullish on it and why I see Cardano being one of the biggest cryptocurrencies in the space, and why it was built so much better than almost every other layer 1 blockchain. So there's a lot of FUD about Cardano, around Cardano. By the way, the ticker is ADA. So the cryptocurrency is called Cardano, but the ticker on the market is ADA. So if you're looking for it on CoinMarketCap, if you just type in ADA, you'll find Cardano. And I encourage everybody to do their research on Cardano. As like I said, there's a lot of FUD about Cardano. Mostly because of how slow it's moving. And I want you to think about the analogy of the story, the folk tale of the tortoise and the hare. In the story, the tortoise or the turtle, whatever you want to call it, tortoise turtle, is trying to race against a rabbit or a hare that is, constantly taking breaks throughout the race, sleeping during certain points of the race because it believes it's so much faster than the turtle and believes it's going to win no matter what. And the turtle is just chugging along slowly, trying to go as fast as it can, but it's not, it's giving 100% the entire time, the turtle, even though it's very slow and much slower than the rabbit. The turtle is going as fast as it can, but it's not taking any shortcuts. And that's the perfect analogy for Cardano. Because when Cardano came out in 2017, which is 6 years ago, the founder, Charles Hoskinson, he was one of the people that helped develop Ethereum. Now, if you don't know what Ethereum is, which you're watching a crypto video, you should probably know what Ethereum is. Ethereum is the largest layer 1 blockchain on the market, and it's ranked overall number 2, just underneath Bitcoin. And for good reason. Ethereum is a solid crypto project led by Vitalik Buterin. And, when Ethereum came out, it was kind of like the newest and greatest thing in cryptocurrency. Sure, we already had Bitcoin and a few other coins that weren't really as important to the space as Ethereum when Ethereum hit the market. And Ethereum hit the market in 2015. And Ethereum is one of those cryptocurrencies where, it got first mover advantage for sure, being the first layer 1 blockchain. But what Ethereum, the reason Ethereum found success is because it took cryptocurrency, it made everybody realize that a blockchain that is built for the internet that could be the newest decentralized version of money can exist. And Ethereum, in my opinion, is a good cryptocurrency, but it's just not built the same way or on the same level as Cardano. Cardano, when Cardano was being rolled out, even if you look at the token distribution of Cardano, the way that Cardano was distributed to the public was so much better. If you do some research on how the token distribution got laid out, over 50%, over about 55% of the tokens were released to the initial coin offering. So a lot of people had their opportunity to buy Cardano when it first came out at a very cheap price. And not only that, they got it was more of a fair coin distribution than most coins are distributed. I mean, there's a lot of coins that come out into the market that are kind of just sold off to venture capitalists, and like a lot of wealthy entities and individuals had first dibs and first say on getting their hands on those coins. But Cardano wasn't really released that way, and it was kind of released in a more fair type of manner. More so people like you and I, everyday citizens, average retail investors, could get their hands on these coins. But that was for people that were in the market in 2017, when crypto was still kind of niche and not a lot of people knew about it. So yeah, Cardano was rolled out in a much ethical way, you could say, than other coins. And when it comes to the decentralization of Cardano, it is much more decentralized than pretty much almost any other layer 1 blockchain. And that's important, guys, because decentralization is out of the three, out of the trichotomy that's trying to be solved when it comes to cryptocurrency, which I believe is, use case, scalability, and decentralization. The decentralization that Cardano was, like, the way Cardano was made, how decentralized it is right now, it's less prone to being, manipulated by one entity or one or a few entities that can manipulate, its price, and if the price goes up or goes down. It's just a much more fair distribution of people that own the coin, and that's good overall for a cryptocurrency, especially for a layer 1 blockchain that is aiming to be, the layer 1 blockchain of the new digital age. And Cardano has a lot of great things going for it, guys. Like I said, the main FUD of Cardano, FUD being fear, uncertainty, and doubt, the main FUD being poked at Cardano is that it just moves too slow. There's not a lot of adoption, and it's basically, it's compared to some of these other blockchains where they're trying to move at breakneck speed and trying to do things fast, and where things could break and things could go wrong without having the right tools and protocols and steps in place where their blockchain could fail. Cardano did all the right things early, and if you watch Charles Hoskinson, he'll do live streams on YouTube every now and then, and he will literally go over everything that's being updated to Cardano in a whiteboard kind of fashion. And to see that for a leader of a cryptocurrency that self-admits that this is bigger than him now, like Cardano will be its own thing without Charles Hoskinson. It's going to be the crypto that everyone can try to create their own thing on the blockchain. And even if even if Charles Hoskinson like dies one day, Cardano is big enough to thrive without him. And that's exactly how a blockchain should be made, guys. Like, that is just the sheer idea of how it was created, and how, you know, just being like kind of like the tortoise in the tortoise versus the hare race kind of mindset, and kind of you know, way the cryptocurrency has been developed and created is such a good, you know, it's so much better looking forward to the future than something like Ethereum, where they're constantly going through these updates. I mean, there's a bunch of updates that is scheduled for Ethereum. You know, I think, I believe the recent one that they went through was the merge. And then there's a bunch of words that rhyme that are future updates. I think it's like the verge, and then the splurge, and I forget all of them. But those kind of updates, those, you know, let's update things as we go, isn't as good of a foundation for a network that is going to be, you know, it's going to have so many people using the network, and, you know, trusting in the network's security, and, you know, use case, and the fact that it could, you know, it could basically be the blockchain to, you know, handle all these types of transactions and different use cases all at once. And when you have something like Cardano that has been trying to do everything right from the beginning, and even if they are taking a much slower and, you know, longer paced, peer-reviewed, keywords peer-reviewed, scientific approach to building their blockchain, that is always going to be a much more efficient way of building anything. I mean, Cardano is one of those coins where you just have to say to yourself, even if Cardano doesn't pass Ethereum in this next bull run, even if Cardano, you know, takes a back seat to a lot of the other cryptocurrencies that are just trying to, you know, build something fast, and, you know, not really vetting the things that they're doing, you know, to try to get ahead of the market, you're going to see Cardano kind of, you know, gain that power, gain that strength when in the future, when everyone else is, you know, trying to patch things up as they go. So I'm very bullish on Cardano, guys. Like, I'm extremely bullish on it. There are some cryptocurrencies that, you know, I am very fond of, like Dogecoin and XRP, but, you know, every cryptocurrency has its own niche or its own like category. And when we're talking about layer 1 blockchains, layer 1 protocols, which is basically a good way to describe it is, a layer 1 is kind of like, you can kind of describe it as like a network for the people to, you know, to do business on, but it's not really specifically designed for one specific purpose. It's kind of designed for like all around purpose. So like, you know, with Cardano, you'll be able to, you know, send and trade NFTs. You'll be able to, you know, use it as a payment system. You'll be able to do so many things with Cardano, just like we're seeing being done on Ethereum, but built in a better way to be able to handle these type of things. So I encourage you to do your research on Cardano. I encourage you to, you know, look into why people maybe overlook Cardano, and why you could, like, right now Cardano is sitting at 25 cents American, and by the end of the last bull run it got to $3 American at the peak. So that is about, let's do the math quickly, so for 25 cents to $1 is a 4x. So you're looking at almost a 15x just to get back to where it was at the top of the last bull run. And, you know, the way crypto cycles work is if a cryptocurrency does do well, most of the time it's going to do even better at the peak of the next bull run than it did in the last one. So if it's sitting at 25 cents right now, and, you know, let's just play it safe and say Cardano goes to $5 by the top of the next bull run, a very conservative kind of guesstimate of where it should be. In my personal opinion, it should get somewhere around $10. I think it has the potential to do that. You know, $5 is almost a 20x from where we are now. So 20 times your money on a pristine asset that it has such untapped potential. You know, you could be looking at one of the biggest opportunities of your life when it comes to investing. The one thing I want to say about Cardano before I end this video, because there's so much stuff I could say about Cardano. I can go on and talk about the staking rewards and everything that's just so great about it, and why it's just so much superior than I believe the next blockchain. Whoever's going to be second place to Cardano, which I believe probably will be Ethereum in the future. Cardano recently, there's a website. If you go on eutxo.org, I believe it is, you can watch Cardano's blockchain run in real time, and you will see all the blocks come up on the screen and show everything that's inside the block, and every transaction that's being, you know, everything that's being sent to and from different Cardano addresses within the block. You can see it all. And, you know, it's kind of hard to explain to people what a blockchain is or how it works. But if you do visit that website, literally as soon as the website pops up, you're going to see blocks start coming onto the screen. And you can literally just watch Cardano's blockchain in action. That's how a blockchain is supposed to look. Like, you know, a blockchain sending transactions to and from different addresses. That's kind of like a visual representation of how a blockchain should look, and like how what it would look like if it was being presented like on a graph or on a chart. But when I first saw that, like, it's just so incredible. Cardano is just so incredible. All the little things that they're doing to try to be, you know, more prepared and better shaped for the future. And like when Cardano is going to be like, you know, being used on a much more massive scale than it is now, like you're going to see that Cardano was being built for this specific new digital age where they're trying to get countries and governments, and, you know, they're trying to be like, Cardano is not competing with Ethereum. They're competing with Visa. They're competing with like the SWIFT system altogether. Like, this is huge, guys. But yeah, I encourage everyone to go to that website and, you know, just take a look at Cardano, the blocks in motion for themselves, and it's so interesting, guys. And, you know, I may make another video about Cardano very soon in the future, but I just wanted to talk about why I'm so bullish on Cardano and why I think it is such a steal at 25 cents American right now. And you know, when there's coins like Cardano in the market, in this brand new, you know, crypto asset class, it's almost impossible not to go from 0 to $1 million.